Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Reading Sprints on Wednesday night, which is what I've kind of defaulted to doing every Wednesday night. It's just kind of like turned into a thing.
Yeah. Hey, happens.
You know, it's fine. But it's also the start of TorDotComathon. If you're participating in that, welcome to my channel. If you're new here,
Oh my God, you're live.
Huh?
You're live.
I'm live. Oh my goodness.
Wait,
I don't know what, but like I finally stopped getting the notifications.
I didn't get the notification. I don't think Brianna's live. I didn't get a notification, Cal.
Well, that's if you don't get the notification, it must not be happening.
Exactly.
Margaret, do you not have notifications on for my videos?
You're
really outing yourself here.
Oh!
I thought I had notifications on for you though. Because I thought we had this discussion, and I went in and I had you and I had Cal.
I definitely shamed you pretty hard into putting my notifications on. Yeah.
Hello, Nicole. Welcome.
Okay, Taylor needs to stop releasing vault tracks for Lover because they are always better than the ones that actually made it to the album. Sorry.
Vault tracks for Lover. What?
Have you heard Need yet?
No.
Oh, I'm sending it to you. Hold on. I'll send it in the group chat.
Sorry, Brianna, keep going.
Oh, there we go. I do have notifications on.
Thanks. It's only 2 minutes late.
Okay, officially, it's happening.
Vault tracks got leaked.
So they're not actually out on her. Okay.
They're not out on her channel, but some of her early songs have been leaked. But I'll go pull this up and I will send you guys that because it is just, this would have been my favorite song.
Well, anyways, we might have new people in the comments tonight. So why don't you guys introduce yourself, tell us about your channel and what you're reading tonight.
Hi, I'm Cal. I'm skipping Margaret because she was looking at her phone.
You will be happy when you listen to it. Well, you might. I don't know. You know what? We don't always have the same taste in Taylor Swift.
We don't.
But I hooked you up.
My channel is Retrieving Books. I talk about books and my golden retrievers. Mm-hmm. And tonight I'm reading 3 different books because that's the kind of chaotic Gemini bisexual I am.
Are any of them tour titles?
No.
Are you accidentally participating in TorDotComathon?
I don't think so. No, because none of them are fantasy or sci-fi, and I think that their romance imprint isn't out yet. So
right, which no. I'm quite sad that their first announced book is actually a fantasy romance.
Oh, interesting.
It's a Jennifer L. Armentrout book.
Okay, less interesting.
Less interesting.
Less interesting. So the first book I'm reading, which we've talked about on a few different sprints now, is The Forgotten Daughter by Joanna Goodman, and I'm still just like plowing through it. Then I'm reading Mame by Jessica George. And then I'm reading Stone Blind by Natalie Haynes.
So what is that? I've never heard of that.
Natalie Haynes has like a fucking PhD in classics and just writes these insane, not like retellings or anything, just like insane novelistic tellings of Greek myth. So like she doesn't deviate from what happened or anything. Like doesn't.
Stone Blind would be Medusa?
Yeah, Medusa, Perseus, and Athena are featured in it.
Have you read, speaking of Greek mythology, have you read the new Katie Robert yet?
No.
Oh, we need to do that.
I know. You're telling me. Which one is it?
Radiant. I need to do just a month where I do nothing but read.
Margaret.
I love that.
Yeah, hi. My name is Margaret. I am not currently reading any tour titles. One of the things that is happening in the next 3 days is I will be making my TBR for TorDotComathon. I just was on a booktube break until today. So I was like, we are not doing any thinking that is booktube related, and the TBR will just go up when it goes up.
Fair. So
I am finishing some books. I mean, that's a lie. I am doing booktube related stuff because I love vlogs. And I make too many of them.
I have 5 going right now. So like I feel you.
I'm about to have more going. It's ridiculous. So part of we're working on a discovery of witches by Deborah Harkness, which goes between me being interested and be like, yeah, I like where you're going with this, and then me going, this conversation is so awkward. Why are we talking? Like we went from talking about vampire procreation in a really awkward way to, oh, this makes sense, this is about evolution, to it being awkward again. And I'm just like, I would like to exit my body.
Yeah. I don't. Who could have warned you? Oh,
I know. I was like, wait, didn't we?
You
Wasn't there an entire vlog about this?
You warned me about a couple of other
I
things.
did a video essay about how this is like a eugenicist novel.
Yeah. Oh boy. Anyways, and then I also have the cartographers. I don't know if I'm going to pick that up yet though, because among books that I am working on, I have my bullet journal and it has a bunch of stuff that I need to actually get done today. So.
And Discovery Witches is your audiobook.
It is. A lot of it is reading. I can't talk to you about a couple of them because it's my book and it's a book I'm beta reading. Right. So it's the one I've mentioned to you guys.
Nice.
So it's.
I am going to be starting Goliath by Tochi Onibuchi. I'll do the Tor.com title for you guys. Even though I need to read an indie book, I was like, I'm on Tor.com sprints. I should start a Tor book.
Your sweater matches your book.
It does.
Wow.
I thought I was wearing black pants, but I'm wearing blue.
Okay, we didn't need to know.
You know. That's fine. I started reading Docile last night, and then I decided to DNF it because of reasons.
I mean, I feel like it's worth mentioning what those reasons were so other people know.
White men shouldn't write about racism.
Just like, or point them in the direction of someone who can give you who is in a position that can talk about the issues with it.
And also the character ends up with the person that rapes him at the beginning of the book.
God, there has to be so much.
And I'm just like, I don't know if I can get behind that. But which is really sad because I was actually really enjoying the book, and then I saw Margaret, you commented on it, and I was like, oh. So I started looking up reviews, and I was like, oh, this is not what I thought it was.
Yeah. No. I had a series, one of my favorite series of all time, that was handled so well in the first book. The second book, there's a character that she doesn't get raped, but she does get almost ritually sacrificed by another character. And then the character that almost ritually sacrifices her, which is he's like one of the big bads and horrible to her, ends up being the love interest in the third book because he loses his memory.
Oh no.
And becomes a completely different person.
Yeah.
And I was just like, this ruined that for like,
you know,
like if he had grown to be like, I'm sorry, what I did was wrong, and then she started doing a relationship with him, I could have been. But the fact that like they wiped his memory for it to work, I was just like,
well, that was part of the thing with Docile, was that was a like they kind of like backtrack when the character is like, oh, I was just raped. But actually, no, I wasn't, because I like consented to this. I signed up for this. I sold myself into this. Da 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 da. But then, like,
that's
but sex workers
conversation,
right? Like that. There's more to that. And like maybe they combat it later. But then on top of that, like the whole thing is that these like Dociles usually like take this drug that like wipes their memory and makes them complicit. I'm like, well, then at that point you have no consent.
Yeah,
But then you are being raped.
Interesting thought process, author man.
Right.
Interesting.
Yes.
You know what's funny too is, Margaret, I was like fully on board agreeing, but yeah, you don't just get to redeem yourself from your love interest. Looks at Buffy and Spike like, I don't love that at all. Oh no.
Well, here's the thing. Comics at least, like, Buffy and Spike at least address it, and they go through a whole thing. And like there is a fantastic in the comics, there is a because the entire season 7 is him not trying to be with her romantically, just being like, listen, I understand why what I did was so wrong. I'm going to spend the rest of my life making it up to you. You are
the rest of it, you're so forever, Spike.
Yeah, and
I know. I love Spike. Spike's my favorite character.
Because he has such a great growth arc.
Spike. I know. Yeah, Spike is always right.
Yeah, he didn't sleep with a teenager.
Angel was worse.
Which also in the comics, there's this really great storyline with them where they do have to confront the fact that she still sometimes has PTSD reactions to him.
Have you seen that they rebooted the comics?
No, I did not.
They started it like fresh. So it's Buffy, it's like all the same characters, and it's obviously like the drawings are modeled off the original actors, but it's set in 2019.
Interesting.
Oh, interesting.
So I'm kind of like, ooh.
I know they were talking about rebooting the show for a hot minute.
Yeah.
But
This
yeah,
is
no, it
so
was
exciting. I am so excited about this book. It will be here tomorrow.
Me too.
Also, it's not nearly as big as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Is it not?
It's less than 500 pages.
Oh, beautiful. That's like easy and digestible.
But like, if you look at like Empire of Gold, is like almost 700 or something like that.
Well, that's because it's the third book in a series, Brianna.
But even City of Brass is
500. No, City of Brass is under 500.
Really? I don't know. I could be wrong.
When will mine be here? Let me check.
I don't know. Indigo hates you.
Well, no, I got it from Book of the Month.
Oh, right, yeah.
Never mind. I'm so sorry. City of Brass is a whole 523 pages.
So it's over 500 pages.
It doesn't look like it's 500 pages.
But yeah, it was only like 400. It's like 485 or something like that.
March 6th.
Mine will be here on the 2nd.
Mine
second to the 4th or something like that.
Well, I could check and see because I don't have you know how they talk about McDonald's money? I don't have book money right now. So I requested it from the library.
And you'll get it in 4 months.
Well, let me see because I think I remember, I'm pretty sure there was like one copy. So I requested it from the library just on the off chance that I would get it. And also because I know that'll cause them to order more.
Right.
Yeah, it's pending because
it's such a pretty book.
Yeah.
It was a big yikes.
Let's see.
You know.
Oh, there's two. Oh, cool. So there's now 2 copies available and only 3 holds.
Oh, nice. So
if somebody doesn't pick up their hold.
Well, there you go. Currently reading Camouflage by Joe Halderman, not a Tor title. That's okay. We have a whole month. And, just reading.
I haven't even done never mind. I'm not a co-host.
Let me find a TorDotComathon title and
add to your currently reading.
I definitely was already planning on reading Ship of Smoke and Steel because I remember Bethany mentioning it as a potential Tor title. And I was like, I should read that.
Yeah, I don't know that I will fit that onto my TBR this month.
Wonder how many Tor books I have on my shelves because I could do I read 3 vlog that is me reading 3 Tor titles.
That would be cool.
I could do that.
How to Cook and Eat the Rich.
Love that.
Interesting.
Legends and Lattes is a Tor title, Margaret.
I do not have that on my physical TBR.
Oh, well, sorry.
I am trying to get my physical TBR to be less.
That's actually a really interesting way of doing it. Kind of like it's a themed vlog without it being a themed vlog.
Yes. Yeah. Like the current one I'm doing is 3 books that are blue.
Yeah.
And the last one I did was 3 thrillers.
That's why I like Margaret's little prompt board so much. I try to entirely read as much physical TBR as I can.
Yeah. Well, your physical TBR is like 3 books.
Yeah, I know. Like
53 books, Brianna. That's
comparatively speaking.
Mine's 160.
Mine's 250 than you, okay? I have 10 years to get there.
Once you love this.
Yeah, I haven't had to even buy an IKEA bookshelf yet, so we're there's no giant bookshelves.
Currently reading The Twisted Dead by Darcy Coates. Not Tor, but it's part of a series. Very nice.
Nice.
We have Final Book Support Group happening this month, too.
I mean, I definitely requested a whole bunch of Tor titles watching your video, Brianna.
That is the idea.
Like, I requested Ruin of Kings because I was like, you know what? I'm in a fantasy mood right now. I want fantasy.
Nice.
Oh, and apparently it's ready for me to pick it up. I don't know if this is a Tor title, but I also
it is
requested the new it's Saga. You'd rinse your Pecco book.
Oh, yeah. Anyways, since it's been 15 minutes, should we sprint?
I suppose. Let's see. Hold on. Who is this? Oh, that's Orbit. Never mind.
Let's start by doing a 30-minute sprint. We might do a longer one later, but I've been finding that 30-minute sprints have been really good lately because when it's too long, then I'm like, oh, I have time to do something before I start reading. But with a 30-minute sprint, you have to do it you have to work the whole time.
Okay. I may be a little late on the return because I'm going to go downstairs and cook my dinner.
Oh, well then let's just do a longer one.
Some of that has already been prepped, but I have zero ability to plan.
I mean, I gave you guys like 5 minutes notice, so
that is true.
What?
Thank you. I'm glad I'm not alone, even though yours is much better than mine.
Well, then we'll do a 45-minute sprint. We'll do 30-minute ones later.
Okay. I appreciate that because 30 minutes would be perfect for what I need to do after dinner.
Then there you go. Perfect.
So.
All right. Well, then I will see you back in 45. Welcome back.
Hello.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't he sweet?
I can be service dog too.
I am good boy.
Hold on, I'm figuring out where I would not be able to reread Twilight.
Oh, thank you, Porto.
I got 41 pages into this.
Nice.
The amount of times they talk about smoking cigarettes is a little bit excessive.
We get it. You hate your lungs.
And I'm like really confused because I'm not sure if they're like on like because it keeps going back and forth between like being on Earth and being like in a space colony. And I'm like, how are you smoking in a space colony?
I didn't love his one book that I read, so I'm interested to see what you think about
Who's
it.
one book that, what? Sorry.
It's Tokyo Nyabuki, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because you read, what was it, Riot Baby?
No, War Girls.
World Girls, okay.
Oh,
I've heard that his stuff
yeah.
is really, really, like, his stuff is different. Like, I read Beast Made of Night.
War Girls is YA though, right?
Yeah, but it was
Made of
based on the war that I did my thesis on.
Okay, but you're at a biased disadvantage.
It was a sci-fi set in the future, like 200 years from now, based on the war. I was like, really
but like
excited.
you have an excessive amount of knowledge
That's true.
on the source material.
That's true.
And so, yeah. Anyway, how'd you do?
I got 2 chapters of Stoneblind, and then 1 chapter of The Forgotten Daughter, and 1 chapter of Mame.
Nice. I don't know how you do that. I read a lot of books at the same time, but not like in the same sprint.
I get bored of people. I don't know.
That's fair.
If I right now I'm really into Stoneblind right now, so I kept usually I after a chapter I switch to something else. But Stoneblind is oh, okay, I want to keep reading that right now.
That's fair. My thing is it takes me a while to get back into a book. So if I stopped every chapter, I would never get into it. So I don't think I would, if I tried to do it that way, I don't think I would ever give a book 5 stars.
Very fair.
Which would be an interesting video experiment.
Read like Cal.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I feel that, Cal, because I'll have a point where I'll even if I'm enjoying the book, I'll be like, yeah, I'm tired of y'all right now.
Especially
that makes sense.
A book where there's a lot of angst or a lot of silly
I need
emotions.
something that is not whatever is going on, especially if you've got a book where the author is continually taking you up to a point and then switching to another point of view.
Yeah,
there will be points where I'll be I'm
God damn it, I need a break.
I cannot put up with your nonsense, Miss Cassandra Clare.
Yeah, actually that's exactly who I was thinking about too. Hey Brewly, what would you possibly
The number of times in Chain of Iron that James and Cordelia almost had the conversation they needed to have, and then something disastrous happened. I was like, at this point,
if you think it's bad in Chain of Iron, just wait.
Yeah. Anyway, how did you do, Margaret?
I read 41
We're not going to continue talking about Cassandra Clare again.
Yeah, sorry. I read 41 pages.
Nice.
You get to... He knows what this means.
He's my baby boy. He's the only boy allowed in my house.
Hello.
Hey, boy gamer.
Hello. Starting with The Keepers 6. Should be able to finish it tonight. I hope you love it. That's actually the book that's a giveaway on my video today.
I actually am going to be buying her first book she ever wrote because I watched the interview that Bethany did with her. It was so good.
What was her first book? Because the author name sounded so familiar.
Kate Elliott?
Yeah.
Yeah, Bethany did a hold on, I have to pull Pango up because I have Bethany did an interview with her about The Keepers 6.
I don't generally watch author interviews. I will be 100% honest.
I mean, I just put videos in my watch. Thank you, Porto.
I know. He did that in the one time.
It's just not something that I enjoy watching, so I usually
Yeah. Hold on.
And it's not something I'll ever have on my channel. Mostly because I am too nervous to interview people.
Mm-hmm. King's
I
Dragon.
don't really want to.
Not read 8 pages on page 32. My goal for the book today is to make it to page 100. You've got this.
I feel like I'm the kind of person that if I ever interviewed an author, I would never not be able to give their books 5 stars because I would feel bad.
The thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to know authors on that level.
Nope. Yep. Like, if either of you ever publish a book, like it's getting 5 stars from me, like no matter what quality it is, because
Well,
here's this book from Margaret. Yeah, I don't know who this person is.
never met her.
Sturtenberger.
I'm gonna have to look this up.
You know you'd be one of the betas. You would not let us publish a book that was a
But exactly right though. So I couldn't. I don't know. I feel like my social anxiety and like my like loyalty, I'd be like, that's a fucking 5-star book, and don't you say it. So I feel like I need to keep myself, like when I'm actually reviewing things, I need to keep myself different. Like
and this is why you will not be the person that I ask to look through my reviews and see if there are any consistent issues cropping up. Like I have an entire part of my marketing plan that will involve me like laying out for different for booktubers, especially because I don't plan on leaving the booktube space at this point when I'm published. Like laying out like, hey, this is how I am going to I'm going to be clicking off of my videos unless you give me express permission or tell me you're okay with me watching them. You guys don't get a choice. I will not watch any videos that have anything to do with my book.
But I'll just be your hype. I'm just a hype girl. At the core of my heart, all I am is a hype girl.
If there was something truly wrong with my book, you'd be like, Margaret, we need to have a talk.
Right. Yeah, we would be telling you this before
way before it was published. No, like if you unwrap me, like I am in marketing. Like I am just a hype girl. Like
it's like literally your job.
There's a list of booktubers that will get a note that will say, hey, I want you to know I will not be watching the video. But I do value your feedback. So if there is feedback that you want to give me, please, you are welcome to give it to me.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like that's healthy.
If I don't feel like they would be comfortable coming into my DMs and bitching about my book to me, I'm not going to watch your content.
So few people would be with an author.
So, I can think of a handful of booktubers. I'd be like, I really do actually want to watch. Can I please, Rachel? Please tear my book apart.
But it'll be like, I read this when it was a silly Google Doc, and now it's a book. That's my review.
5 stars.
Incredible.
Best book I ever read. It has 0 of the tropes that I actually enjoy.
It's
really strange.
I will to my own heart. I do think my writing is pretty decent. I don't think I will ever have the best book anyone has ever read.
Listen, the amount of shit that I have read in some indie books, trust me, I'm like, my first draft of a book that's not even finished is better.
Dear reader, Brianna has not read my book yet. She has it, but she hasn't read it.
I haven't.
I sent it to you ages and ages and ages ago as a beta reader.
No, you didn't.
We had this conversation. You could read it if you wanted to, but it's going to be a completely different draft by the time I'm done.
I feel like I never got this email.
There's no point because I made her eliminate so many of the sisters. I was like, there's too many sisters. That's my central complaint. Get rid of them.
Crystal is starting.
We only got rid of one, which I'm sitting here going, I don't know how I'm going to make this work because the one we got rid that I'm combining her with, they have completely different personalities. Not that she had any personality, honestly.
There's too many sisters for them all to be unique.
Fair.
I mean, I seriously did consider just having Leanne be off somewhere else.
The sister in Europe.
And then I can bring her in after something happens in book 2.
Fair. Filmed a video, tried to decide what I want to read. That's always the hardest part about the first of the month.
Nice.
You're like, I don't know what to do now.
I'm not beholden to this, so I don't.
That's because you don't know TBRs.
Yep. So I just kept reading what I was reading. And I was like, oh, it's time
You
to
wanted
calendar.
if there's an idea for you. A mood reader tries to do a TBR.
A mood reader fails at everything they try.
Because here's the thing. You could actually finish your Taylor Swift thing by May, no problem, if you actually planned it out.
Absolutely, I could. Oh, yeah. For sure. For sure. And if I didn't spend all my weekends doing dog stuff always and then take on more responsibilities every time somebody asked.
Okay, but
even then, though, because you could be smart about it and be like, I can do this entire album with 3 books.
Yeah, I could really audiobook my way through it if I really wanted to.
Which is
actually, Margaret, you're not going to be listening to Taylor Swift.
You know which one.
I'll have to finish the whole playlist in 8 hours. You can listen to audiobooks. You just gotta
imagine. Novels exist.
Time travel exists?
What?
Is that what you said?
Hello, welcome. Hi, Jen. Just got home from work. I hope your workday was better than mine. Almost finished Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. That sounds like an enjoyable book.
Nice.
I've heard good things about that one.
Porto, thank you for the show.
He lives to serve.
Read 60 pages, 3 chapters. Very nice. Hello, Brittany. Hello. Literally trying to do TBR as a mood reader this month. Day 1, disaster.
So
see, we're just not cut out for it, Julie. We're just not.
Here's what I mean. Like, I do TBRs, but I also do have times when I read by mood. I usually just gather a bunch of books that I am excited about, and then I go with whichever one I'm in the mood to read.
I do it by what videos I want to make. That's usually how I read.
Yeah, but see, that's not mood reading.
Okay, I make a TBR that's for 3 days.
I feel like that's more like what videos you're in the mood to make.
No, you know what? It's like a weekly TBR then. It'd be like, I want this video to go out next Thursday, so these are the books I'm going to read.
Right. Okay.
It's a very short amount of time. But if I make a weekly TBR, that would be annoying.
I just do that on a 2-month basis because I have videos scheduled out through April.
No,
I'm like, okay, this video comes out this Thursday, so I need to read this and this and this.
Yeah, no, it's just like, I want to do my book of the month vlog next week. I better read my book of the month books.
Right.
Doesn't really matter what they are. Read them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's technically not mood reading. Would be like, look at your shelf and you'd be like, I would like to read this book.
I do that with audiobooks, but I don't really do that with my physical books as much.
Okay.
That is what I did with the audiobook I'm listening. That's how I ended up listening to a Discovery, which is because I was like, okay, I'm gonna go on Libby and see what audiobooks are available.
And just pick one.
And pick one based there were several that I had, and so I now have a TBR tag on Libby. And I'm just gonna go through until I find one that I feel like reading. Because I finished Chain of Fire, I was like, I can't start any of these other things.
You know, you could start. You know, you could fucking start for me.
I have to finish the cartographers first.
Oh my god.
That's.
I really like. I need to share this hurt. Like the pain is too much of a burden by myself.
You need to know that someone feels your pain.
Yeah, I do.
I'm pretty sure I saw a couple other 2-star.
I mean, a Clockwork Reader rated Chain of Thorns 3 stars, which is groundbreaking.
Ooh, bad for her, for sure.
What? Yeah. Who did?
Hannah from a Clockwork Reader.
Oh, wow.
The name of her channel suggesting why that is such a big deal for her.
Right. Were there as many sisters as in A House of Salt and Sorrow?
There were more than half of that, though, weren't there?
There are 6 in the original draft. There are 5 sisters.
That is
5 other sisters besides the main character.
Okay.
And they also have 2 brothers, but we don't meet them in the first book.
I was like, they're like babies, though, right?
They're like 2.
Yeah.
That's fair.
If it can't form a coherent sentence, it's a baby. It's
not a human.
Can by the time we meet them.
Excellent.
But and then
I was speaking in sentences by 15 months, but
I was by 18.
I was a special child. They couldn't get me to shut up.
Alrighty. Shall we do another sprint?
Yes. I'm not going to read this. Well, I am going to read this sprint, but I can't tell you about it because it's someone else's book.
Fair. Do we want to do 30 or 45?
I'm good with either.
Cal.
30 so that we can talk sooner.
Sounds good.
I love you.
There you
I
go.
love you too. Oh boy. Okay, I'm not gonna say a thing.
There will be no last hours conversations in tonight's sprints.
You know what? All I have to say is like, may the force be with you.
May the odds be
Odds
ever in
be ever
your
in your
favor.
Yes. Don't get attached. Have a nice life.
I mean, it depends on who you get attached
No one is
to.
safe.
Yeah.
Oh goodness. Okay.
Yeah.
I
No wait.
I have a feeling I will not be quite as disappointed as you will, Cal.
No, I'm not disappointed. I'm mad. There's a difference.
I shall meet you.
You're the opposite of the meme.
All right. I'll see you in 30 minutes.
Yep.
A.
Hi.
How'd we do?
I read some of the book I'm beta reading.
Nice.
It doesn't
Well-
page numbers, so I forgot to check what numbers.
I read however long that sprint was of my audiobook.
So not a chapter.
No, the chapter's like 2 minutes long each. They're very quick. But yeah, I'm really liking it.
Nice.
So I loved her one on Troy. So it's not surprising that once I got a bit into this, I got sucked in.
Right.
But she just has like a very like a really humanizing, like she really humanizes Greek mythology, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah.
I read about 25 pages of this because then I had to take Schmidt outside. Even though it's so cold, he's like, I'm gonna run around in the snow.
Yeah. Hell yeah, he is. It's a good dog.
I'm struggling to see the point of this book at this point.
Or nor.
Which book?
Goliath.
Oh, Goliath. Okay. That's right.
It's
You have it
very-
right underneath your name.
Huh?
You have it right underneath your name. I could have just looked there.
Yeah. Did you know that StreamYard has these now?
It has
No.
it now. And I was like, why would I need to use that? And then I'm looking at yours and going,
What is it?
I should
So
have.
if you go in
Look
and
at
change
your
your,
name.
like, you can change your name and then headline is you put the book that you are reading.
Motherfucking brilliant.
I know.
If I were reading a book, I'd put it. Well, actually, hold on. I can hold on.
You could just put beta reading.
Porto. Do you want to come snuggle me?
Made it to 63% of the cruelest month.
There.
Nice.
Oh, I like that book.
73 pages into the road trip, liking it so far. Love that for you. Beth O'Leary is not the author for me.
Oh, that's cool.
No.
Are you the only boy allowed in the house? You are.
Why does that
30
always
pages
come
exactly.
down?
Nice. The book's getting interesting with every chapter I read. We
I mean, it is
love
a good book. Drove me nuts, but in the best way possible.
70%.
Actually, Queen of Iron is the one that drove me nuts.
There you 70% into the Keeper 6. Nice. Are you liking this one so far?
I'm pretty sure that's one I want to read.
The Keeper 6?
Yeah.
The cover is fantastic.
The Keeper 6. Well, I feel like when I was doing like things I wanted to read, the fantasy I wanted to read this year, that was like one of the things. Yeah, yes, it is.
And it's a novella.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
197 pages. Not bad.
I feel like there's a lot going on, at least in the synopsis for a novella, so I'm worried about it, but
Interested to see.
yeah.
I mean, it is like her 20th book. So
Right.
Do you see this dog?
He's so funny.
He's just like, okay, I won't say I don't understand the appeal of the male dog now. I get it. Okay, it's cute. Is it useful? Absolutely not. It's cute.
Can be useful.
Why?
Do any of your girls like doing DPT? No.
Cassie does.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, Cassie
Cassie loves
loves cuddling and like squishing onto me. And yeah,
That's
DPT was Briar, not so much. No.
Okay. Made it 25%. Nice. Have 15 minutes left of the audiobook. Well, then you'll finish into the next sprint. Oh, thank you. 100 pages left of Kristen Moglen's new book, Don't Go Down There. I've never heard of that, but I hope you're enjoying it.
Speaking of snow, I can't
What?
believe I'm saying this, but I want it to get a little cold this weekend.
I do not want it to get a little cold this weekend.
I got. This is going to be the most neurodivergent thing I've ever done in my life.
As opposed to like everything else that you do.
So I have a favorite hoodie. You guys might remember it. It was the black one with the silver unicorns. But at this point, all of the unicorns have worn off. It is the perfect hoodie for Florida because like it's just lightweight enough for when it gets cold. And I was like, I want the unicorns back. So I went and bought it again.
Yeah.
I found it on Mercari.
Nice. Yeah, so same. We celebrated March 1st, which is like technically the first day of like spring meteorologically, with a snowstorm.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And we're gonna have another one on Saturday and another one on Monday, which is
Yeah,
fine
it's
because then
getting
I'll
really
be in
bad on
Texas.
Friday.
I'll be in Texas next week where it's 90 degrees. So like great.
I also have a Taylor Swift sweatshirt that is coming in that I will not get to wear until next year.
Well, just think about how pathetic and unacclimated you'll be in May in Canada.
There you go.
You can wear it then.
We'll see. That would be a good time for me to pack it, though.
Mm-hmm.
If she
So
doesn't,
Goliath has a very low rating.
Then.
Goliath has a very low rating on Goodreads.
I feel like his writing style just isn't.
I'm bored.
Like, yeah, it's just not welcoming. Like, it doesn't really welcome you into the book.
No, I do not give a crap about these characters.
Yeah, I felt the same way. Like, it was this, like, the other one by him I read was like this epic conflict between sisters, which like I should be able to relate to, and I was just like, okay,
yeah,
all right.
I mean, like, I did figure out why I was confused about the smoking and where it's not linear, which like for why. And how are you supposed to know that? Because the chapters don't have headings or timelines or anything. I think it's possible I'm too dumb for this book.
Yeah, but then you also have to like consider the. I mean, like I've read nonlinear plots. Actually, the author I'm reading right now, her 1,000 Ships, that's nonlinear. Except that it's the Trojan War, so everybody already knows the story.
That, and also at the beginning of the chapter, does she write the time period or like whatever year it is?
she says who's narrating. So if you know
so
the character,
no, there's nothing. This is what the chapter looks like.
Yeah, so that's kind of hard to situate yourself in a story you don't know. Whereas
especially since it's the same character.
Yeah, if it's a myth retelling, it's a bit easier to play with time because everybody kind of has an idea of the structure.
But it only has a 3.32, which is very low for Goodreads.
Yeah, that is.
Part of that might just be because he is a Black author and people do that.
I mean, because it doesn't look like he got ones, like he didn't get 1-star bombed. Like the majority of the ratings is just 3 stars.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm like in love.
Aww. Love that.
He ate 6 cups of food today, and I know that you're thinking, what the fuck, why? But this dog, like, he's such a like, well, I haven't done 3 miles of exercise today, so why would I eat anything at all? Kind of dog. So he's like a really hard keeper. So that he ate 6 cups today, I was like. Meanwhile, Cassie and Briar each got 2 cups.
Nice.
And Porto needed 6.
We had to put Sherlock on Schmidt's food because he lost so much weight while Shotzi was in heat.
Yeah.
Been snowing for the past 3 days in Nevada. Are you sure you want the cold? Yeah.
Same. I don't want the snow, but I would like.
Same here in Utah. I'm done with winter.
See, we're already getting summer.
Yeah.
I know when I was on a video call with my franchisee from Tampa, he was like in a sweater, he was in a t-shirt, and I was in my big woolen Scottish sweater. And he's like, so it's cold there. And I was like, yeah.
Just a bit. Finished a chapter that felt like a drag. Hate when that happens. But you finished it, so that's good. For such a short book, The Keeper 6 has some wild world buildings and a fairly large number of characters. And somehow it works. That's good to know.
Nice.
It's good to know. Yeah, his writing is not commercial. I think why the low rating. Yeah, it's just it's not working for me. Like, it's not bad, but it's not yeah. Yes, Porto is a good boy.
He's the best.
The audio does have multiple narrators, but they're like the characters that they're narrating are just so close in like there's no distinguishing factors between all of the characters that like I don't know what's going on. I don't know who everybody is. So even the multiple narrators are not helping. Plus, there are multiple male narrators that do sound, at least sped up, similar.
I noticed that when you speed stuff up, it does significantly change the way a voice sounds. Because I did that for my vlog, where I go through my old predictions video for Chain of Thorns, and I speed up my voice, but I don't change the rate. I change the tempo, so it's just faster. It's not stretched.
Uh-huh.
And it still sounds so much more feminine. I'm like, ew! I hate this.
I mean, your voice did sound more feminine then.
Did it?
Yes.
That's good to know. I'm glad I manifested testosterone.
Well, and you're just more comfortable on camera.
Okay, good point. Good point.
Because if you go back and look at my old videos, I talk like that. It's my customer service voice.
I'm a helpless girl. Please don't hurt me.
It's the customer service voice.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And now I'm like, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, because it's like, I really think that Lucy and Jesse were blah blah blah, and now I'm like, fuck that. Like, well, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like so.
Yeah. No,
different.
it's just like when you're more comfortable on camera, you've been doing it more. Yeah.
Okay, that makes me feel a bit better.
Yeah. We're getting another storm in Friday, so I should order groceries during the next sprint.
Good call.
Running out of coffee creamer is world ending.
Oh, I've never bought coffee creamer except one time when I was 7, and I thought it was one of those bottled milkshake things. And I bought it at a convenience store and drank it.
Oh, gross.
And I was like, this is the grossest thing I've ever had.
Oh,
Because it was like coffee crisp flavored. So I was like, great, a milkshake.
No. Not at all.
No.
You probably had the worst stomachache ever.
I don't remember that part. I remember my mom.
You were 7, maybe not.
My mom like blaming me. She's like, "How could they sell that to you?" I'm like, "Cause they didn't give a shit." Like,
coffee, like it's not like it's
like booze
all the time.
You know.
All right. Well, I think we're gonna do one more sprint. So should we do a longer one or?
Totally up to you.
Whatever we do, I'm gonna edit a video. Well, I'm not going to edit a video. I am going to go and sit in front of my computer and edit something for 25 minutes.
Fair.
That's all I have to do.
Good call. Yeah.
Good call.
Very true.
We did do strange things.
Including buying coffee creamer and drinking it like a milkshake.
Cool. All right. Well, let's do a 30-minute sprint. I don't know how much I will actually get done because I need to start dinner. But we'll see. I'll see you in 30 minutes.
See you soon.
Welcome back. I did 0 reading, but I made turkey bowls.
Yum.
Right?
I feel like anxious because Medusa's just been turned into Medusa, you know, like the Medusa.
Mhm.
And she like won't open her eyes and then she's in pain and her sister's like, let us just like check that for you. I'm like, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Oh
no. Fair.
I edited a video. I edited less than 25 minutes because apparently Adobe needed to update, but we did get some editing done.
Nice.
Nice.
And I'm also working on my final row for February.
Nice.
My looks isn't bad.
What video are you editing?
I'm editing my Eras vlog.
Nice.
It's the one where I read Bloodmarked and Half a Soul and like other books that end up being my favorite books of the year.
Nice.
So I'm like, I can't not edit this video.
Yeah.
But it's the last video. It's the last vlog of 2022, and then I'll be strictly into 2023 vlogs. And 2023 vlogs, I stopped telling you what day it is.
She's like, I've made this mistake before.
Well, the nice thing about doing themed vlogs over weekly vlogs is that, like, you can spread it out.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Like, there are times where there's like month separation.
I think the only one where I am consistently like telling you where I am, because I just want to see kind of how long it takes me to do this vlog, is the fantasy one.
Yeah.
So.
Perfect timing. Finished my book and I'm falling asleep. Nice. I hope that you loved your book. Made it to 70%. Nice. Made 9 more pages, so now I'm on page 71. You only got a little bit longer. You got this. 79% of the Keeper 6. I think that's only 35 pages or so left, so we'll carry on and finish. Yes, absolutely. You should do that. What are you doing?
I'm snuggling a boy.
You're not snuggling me.
Come here, baby. Okay. She's like mad at me. Like I've called her in twice now. She's like snuck away.
She's like, you love Porto more than me.
I don't like Porto.
I would never love him more
Doyle
than
has
you.
been recently so judgy. And it's because I've been working with Schmidt so much.
I have tomorrow my first obedience class that's not Cassie.
No. Who are you taking?
Briar.
Nice.
So she's going to be pissed.
You think she's going to like it?
I think so, because I think that, like, even though I don't agree with all the ways that she trains, like the teacher trains stuff, I think it's all good for Briar.
Right.
Where it's all like, don't put 0 responsibility on the dog. It's all on the handler. Whereas for Cassie can handle a bit more like, hey, you fucked that up. You need to try it again. Briar be like, Cassie, don't leave. Come back. Cassandra! Cassandra, come here!
I really wish we could experience what Cassie's thoughts are when you call her name like that.
I just thought
mother?
I think I found my next dog's name based on the fact that it would have a short form and a long form for the exact same purpose. But
what is it?
Drusilla.
Please don't.
Yep, I'm gonna do it. I think I am.
Please don't.
I think I'm going to. It should just be Drew. It should be cute.
That
is get in trouble.
That is actually a hard call name, though.
Drew?
Yeah, because it's not a sound that they hear as well.
Yeah, if you like don't teach it well, but like they can. I think that people like when people are like, oh, it has to be 2 syllables to make it easy for them. Like that's then you're
no, I don't think that. But
Cassie.
The harder sounds are easier for them to pick up.
Yeah, I mean, Wilder has Klaus, and like that was she got the same. People told her the same shit, but it never really impacted him.
I do you.
Lie down.
No, don't fall.
Oh my god. She's like, I don't even know how to.
I lay on you.
I'm not even gonna look at you, though, Mom. Oh, why are you mad at me? Come here. What did I do? What did I do that was so terrible?
My vlog for tomorrow took the whole month. So half the vlog I have long hair, half the vlog I have short. So I decided it would be a really smart idea to do a vlog style wrap up for February.
Ooh.
It's never happening again.
Okay.
Never. My vlog clips are all over the place. I don't even know if I talked about every book.
Oh my.
It's never happening again.
I mean, the good news is you can like edit it, go through.
It's
And you probably don't have time to like film extra clips, but like.
Oh, I still will. The video doesn't come out till Sunday, so it's fine.
Okay, I was gonna say you have time to kind of be like, okay, did I hit every book? Are there any that I missed?
Yeah.
And it was a list of all the books you read.
I think it would work for me because I don't really organize stuff. Like I'm not like, and my average rating was this, and my page count was like my genre was this. I'm just like, this is what I read, and this is what I thought. So I think for you, it doesn't necessarily it doesn't fit as well as your wrap up.
It's because I was trying to do that 28 books in 28 days, so I wanted to do it as like a challenge video. And I was like, well, I can't do it that and then also do a wrap up. I'll just combine them.
Good girl.
Which makes sense when you're doing something like that.
It's never happening again.
Next time you do it one half for the first half of the month and one half for the second half of the month.
That was a very
I am going what?
It was a very dramatic bark.
That was Derek sneezing.
I thought it was a bark.
No. Derek has very dramatic sneezes.
Yes, he does.
All right. Well, there are TorDotComathon sprints tomorrow night. I can't remember the time. They're on Bethany's channel. I want to say like 7 Eastern, but I could be wrong about that. What's the oddest name for a pet you've ever encountered?
So I mean Portobello is the dog that was here earlier. So there's that.
I don't know. A food name seems like a normal name for a dog.
Right?
Fair. The oddest name.
It is a dad's name. That's true. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like the cutesy names for dogs. But I don't think those are odd names.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Rockwell.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
What? Only because it's named after a Mormon leader.
One of my favorites is a Cassie nephew, and his is Russia's commander-in-chief, Bartlett.
I love that.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah, so after the West Wing, I really like that, but it's definitely unusual.
Yeah.
Or Russia's Just Another Werewolf, Lupin, is pretty good.
Lupin is that seems like there are a lot of dogs out there named Lupin.
That's the only one I've ever met, though. You think you'd meet more?
Yeah.
Mom has a cat whom we call
Probably.
I mean, Doyle's nickname is Bubs.
Cassie's is Kippy.
That makes sense, though.
Kippy.
If you know Doyle, Bubs fits him.
It really does.
It really does.
Sometimes we call Porta Potty.
Okay, so sprints tomorrow night on Bethany's channel. I won't be there, but and then Margaret's doing sprints on Saturday?
Yes, at 11 a.m.
Yes. And then I'm doing sprints on Sunday at 8 a.m. Mountain time.
Early.
Yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that 7 a.m. your time?
No, I am Mountain time.
Oh, you are Mountain time. I was getting very worried for you.
Yes. Well, I was going to do it at 9, but then my training class got pushed up from 3 to 1:30, and I want to have at least 4 hours for sprints.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, thank you all for joining. Used to have a cat named Matto. Nice. Wow. Yes. Yeah, it's my brother-in-law's. Is that it? Yeah, brother-in-law's dog.
It's such a fancy name for such a
Really
not
is,
fancy
especially
dog.
for a doofus dog.
Like for a doodle, like a male
He
doodle.
has such Watson energy.
Every time I tell people that I know a dog named Doyle and his father's Sherlock, people are like, that's amazing. I'm like, I know. Lionel is the best theme names.
All right. Well, thank you guys all for joining, and we will see you later.